Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your weekly pick a card reading. So I've chosen your cards randomly, and group 1 is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands with this little box from my tiny tarot cards. Group 2 is the Lovers. The Lovers, and you have this red flower. Group 3 is the Three of Pentacles, and you have this orange flower. And group 4 is the Ace of Swords, and you get 1, the dice, and I for some reason put it on 1, or randomly put it on 1, should I say. So make your choices. Just go into your heart and use your intuition to see which you're drawn to. You might be drawn to a card or drawn to one of the flowers, and just go with that, but don't overthink it. Okay, and take your time. I will have a still for you, and you will see the readings on the other side. Group 1, you chose the Four of Wands, and you got this little box. So your cards, these cards are from the Pride deck, and today I'm using the Osho Zen and the Muse Tarot. Oops, the Muse Tarot. Okay, let's see what your guidance is for the week ahead. So I just want to say thank you for being here, and thank you for being on this journey with me. I really love doing this, and I'm grateful for all the comments and the subscriptions, and just having this, being able to do this is a blessing, feels so guided and special. Oopsie. Okay, let's see. Group 1, I just want to say, the Four of Wands is about stability. It did come in the reverse. So I think you might be concerned about relationships or some kind of something to do with stability. And with this card, it's like you're searching that person. It feels hermitish, but I don't think this is the hermit in this deck. But look at that. It feels like you are maybe searching for for stability, whether that's in a relationship or just generally. Maybe you are at a crossroads. Let's see what the cards say. Got such an interesting mix of cards here, group 1. Oh, and look at that, you get the hermit beneath the deck. So you are going through this spiritual journey, deep spiritual process, group 1. Perhaps, I'm not sure if that's consciously or unconsciously, but some of the cards you get here suggest that you are consciously going within. And you get something, this is the Six of Wands, and it says success, but you get it in the reverse, right? So I think something you have just come out of kind of a confusing process, I think, or perhaps you're still in that process, right? And it's been very confusing. This is the Moon card, but it says past lives here. It could be that you have felt like you were dealing with someone or something that is from your past. Well, it could be someone from your past in this life that came back in, and you were dealing with that, but there was lots of confusion around it. Or it could be that you were dealing with something that you felt was from a past life. It might have felt otherworldly in some way, you know. But something about that situation has brought about a lot of feelings, maybe, and you have seen it's not been successful. So it didn't work out the way you had hoped it would be. So you are seeing it as a failure, or, you know, not success. What you need to think about is the Four of Swords, and that is your, as it says here, turning in, it's your card of meditation. So group 1, if you are not meditating this, if you are not taking time to go within, this reading is so much about that. Its guidance is that's what you need to be doing in the next week. In the near past, you have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands normally it speaks about expansion. You know, it's like waiting for your ships to come in. In this deck, it's so interesting. It's called experiencing. And if you look at this card, I hope you can see that. The lighting's not so good. But this card it shows deep experience. The woman is engaging, this person here is engaging with the tree, engaging with the leaves. It's something quite deep that you went through. To me, it feels maybe a little bit painful, but that's what the energy you are coming out of. In your unconscious, you have the card of consciousness. This is the Ace of Swords. I thought you were the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords, and it's in the reverse. So there's something that is part of your journey, I think, group 1, that is unclear right now. And we will get clarifiers, but to me it feels like it's almost, that's the way it has to be for right now. Is this lack of clarity is leading you somewhere, you know? And in the near future, you have the Two of Swords, and maybe that's where it's leading you to. It's leading you to maybe make a choice. And look at this person here. The person is stuck because they don't know if they must go forward or go back. They straddled the divide between two things, and that's got them stuck. And the Two of Swords does talk about, and it says here, schizophrenia, this way or that way. Do I stay or do I go? And that's maybe what your energy has been, and maybe that's what you've been feeling with this, whether it's a relationship or workship or whatever ship. You felt stuck and very unclear. But it feels to me like with this Two of Swords that in the week ahead, some clarity is coming. So you might not have clarity now, but also maybe this clarity is leading you to make a choice that you haven't wanted to make. And you have the Creator. This is the King of Wands. So it's about passion. The King of Wands is passionate, fiery, clear. Very clear, able to jump, take a leap of faith. You know, they are confident and brave and willing to take a leap of faith. So, and it says here, the Creator. So perhaps whatever you've been experiencing is leading to you recreating something or creating a new path. But let's see what comes out. And look at this beautiful card that's around you. And I think what it's telling me is that you have so much magical guidance around you. You have so much love, so much. This card is the extra card in this particular deck. So it's not one of the tarot cards. It's like a bonus card, you know. Yeah. And it's almost like it's like a magical card. It's almost like anything. I don't want to say anything you wish for, because I don't believe I don't believe that is the case. I think life is about our lessons and about where we are. It's about so many factors, But I think that this card is inviting you, saying, trust that there's so much love and guidance around you, so much wisdom that you can draw upon. In your what's around you, your advice is the page. This is the Knight of Wands. So I guess your advice would be to move forward. Look out. Because you have the King of Wands there representing you, you also have the Page of Wands in your advice. So there's something you need to. I think it's this choice that you have to make, or this decision that you have to make to move forward in some way. And I think your guidance is to be willing to do that, to trust that you have the guidance, and maybe to trust the inner wisdom that you've been seeking, or that you will seek in the week ahead, and trust it, that it will help you, that it's guiding you to take this, make that decision. I think that's really lovely. So your guidance for the week ahead is so much about going within, but it's that going within that gives you the strength and the courage to make that choice. Maybe you already know what that decision is that you need to make, or it will become so clear to you in the week ahead. And then in your outcome, you have slowing down. This is the Knight of Coins. And perhaps things are going to speed up, because you did get that in the reverse. But let me get the clarifiers now. So with your Six of Wands, you get the Ace of Cups. So I feel like this was some lovership possibly, or some something that you were really emotionally attached to. It's a partnership of some sort, something that brought you a sense of union and unity that you felt has not worked out. And then you get here in the clarifying the Moon card, because that's a Moon card, is the Emperor in the reverse. We got the Emperor last week. I think we got the Emperor in all the readings last week. So definitely, I think whatever this thing is that from the past, it's not only brought you unclarity, it's also maybe hurt you quite a bit and made you feel unstable, even though, and did I say this was in the reverse? So it makes sense that you have, whatever the situation was, it's caused instability. And you know what? I think we need to learn not to judge where we are, like it was a bad experience or whatever. Yes, I think we do have good and bad experiences, and we can't, of course, they fall into those categories, but I think that we must try, I think it's important to try not to see the lesson in it, because then we are less hard on ourselves. We can turn that pain inward when we judge too harshly. Let me just say that, because we can't help judging, right? It's part of our makeup maybe. But then you get the High Priestess also in the reverse. Look, group 1, I think that you are so being guided to go within. The High Priestess, there's some wisdom, there's something that you are trying to get the answer to. And I'm interested that the High Priestess is also number 2, like the 2 of Swords that you got there. It's like suggesting this need. I think you have felt so two-minded about something. Should I go? Should I stay? Should I leave this relationship? Do they love me? Don't they love me? Is this job right? Isn't it right for me? I think that's where you are at the moment. And then in the near past, you get that experiencing with this 2 of coins in the reverse. And it's that same thing. It's what I was saying. I think it's been quite a painful experience for you. This could have been something at work that's just been, maybe there was someone who has been behaving badly at work, or a job that you thought was your dream job just didn't turn out that way. Something's gone pear-shaped. And so you have been conflicted about walking away from it. And I understand that, it's hard to just walk away from a job. But you can start doing the actions to get yourself ready. Likewise with a relationship. Beneath the surface, in your unconscious, you have the consciousness card, and it comes with the 4 voices. I don't think I have anything. I should just finish the video, the reading now. It's the same card. It's the same card. So you are being pulled, beloveds. You are being pulled. I think spirit, your guides, your higher self, your angels, however you believe, has something to share with you. And it's for you alone to know, it's something within. I mean, I'm not saying it might be a secret, like something that's very dear to you, very close to you, very past lives-ish to you. It could be to do with family, something really important. Spirit is guiding you to go within in order to access that information. It might even be about what stability means for you, And then clarifying the Creator, you get the Hierophant in the reverse. You know what I feel? I feel like, and there's that card of going within again, but I feel that you are being guided to, I think, group 1. You need to, for the week ahead, perhaps look at what are your restrictions? What are the voices in your head telling you that you can't do it? That you can't leave a relationship, or you can't speak up for yourself, or you can't take a leap of faith, whatever it is that's going on here. I think that you maybe need to confront those blockages in the week ahead, and it's happening through you, just taking time out to be still. I really feel like connecting with Spirit is such an important thing for you this week ahead. I have done a series of Reiki healings, and I haven't done the higher chakras, but the lower chakras are also so important, especially yours is about stability. So perhaps you could do them all if you want, but you could, if you want to, you can focus on the first one, the base chakra, use that in your meditation, and just sit still with it. Maybe sit outside or whatever, just sit still with it and allow whatever comes to come. Just connect with however you connect. Don't make it too much of a chore, make it easy, because then it's more likely to happen, right? You're more likely to do it. Then in your near future, you get the two of Swords, the schizophrenia, with the Page of Inspiration. So definitely I feel like you are being urged to go within in order to help you take that step. I think you know what the step is that you need to take. I think deep down you know, and you're just hiding that self, that wisdom, that knowing from yourself, and the answer is in your going within. The High Priestess will reveal to you what your next step is, which I think you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this reading is guiding you to unlock something that you know deep down within that will help you make a decision. And look at that candle went out as I was talking. So something like that. And then with the Master card here, you get the Three of Swords in reverse, which talks to me about deep healing. See, deep healing, group 1. You are undergoing a deep healing, and it's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. Trust that. Really, really it is. And with the intensity card, it's almost like you get the Seven of Swords. It's almost like you need to. So I didn't want to give you the answer here because I feel like you need to get that answer, but it's like you need to cut your losses, and that will mean it will mean different things to different people, and act with belief. But I feel like maybe the week ahead is doing that inward, going within, and because that, I said it will give you the answers, but I think it will also, yes, that, but it will also give you the courage to take whatever that next step is that you need to take. And then in your outcome, you have the Knight of Coins, which in the reverse, which tells me of that movement forward, and you get it with the Five of Coins in the reverse. That movement forward is your guidance towards no longer feeling like you are an outsider. Because I think that whatever this was that was going on has made you feel left out somehow. Okay, group 1, I will leave it there. I hope that helps you. Please share your feedback in the comment section below, or just send me a text. I love to hear how my readings have sat with you, and I appreciate every bit of feedback. But if you like it, and if it's helped you, and if the reading resonated, please give me a like, and please tell others about me so I can grow my channel and spread my messages. Okay, group 1, I wish you everything of the best for the week ahead. Group 2, you chose the Lovers. These cards are not. I think you can see that. And this bright red flower. So, perhaps love is on your mind, or perhaps you have a decision to make around love, or something else, something that's dear to you. Let's see what the cards say. Group 2. Okay. I want to fly out. Okay, so I'm using the Pride deck and for your central card, then the Osho Zen for the reading, and the Muse as a clarifier. And I just want to say, group 2, thank you for all the new subscribers, welcome, and for all the old subscribers, thanks for being here. Thank you all for being here on this journey with me. It means a lot to me, and I love doing this. Beneath the deck, you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You know what? That's talking to me about choices again. You might have a lot of choice around something, love or whatever the case might be. It might feel like you have lots of options, and that's the best thing to get us stuck, is having too much choice, right? Then we don't know what to do. But let's see. So you get this is the Tower in reverse. No, it's not the Tower. This is the Justice. It's very unusual in this deck. It says breakthrough. Looks very much like the Tower card, right? If you think about it, like very interesting. I mean, I know these cards well. I've had them for a long time, but I'd forgotten that. I haven't used them in a while, in fact. But and I'm sure I've even spoken about this card. But so you have this in the reverse, this breakthrough energy, this justice energy. Maybe you are waiting for some, like I see that clarity. There's the Wheel of Fortune beneath the deck there. So you are, I think, waiting for some kind of change to happen. Maybe you've put something in action and now you're waiting. And crossing that, you get the Four of Coins, which Four of Wands, which is the card of stability, but it is in the reverse. Let me just give this a bit of thought here. It could be that you are concerned about some legal matters, that is a legal matter that's related to your stability. Let's see what comes out. But there's some kind of something to do with justice and fairness that's at the center of your reading that you might be concerned about at the moment. What you need to think about is the Ten of Cups. What a lovely, lovely card. I mean, in this deck, it's so beautiful. And it talks about emotional fulfillment. It talks about happy families. And maybe your work for the week ahead is to think about what that means. What does absolute fulfillment mean for you? And I think this came up for one of the groups last week. But I think that maybe if that's a theme, then, and that's what you're being told, being guided to, then do that. What does fulfillment look like to you? What does it feel like? And I think that's a really lovely exercise you can do in the week ahead. For your in the near past, you have the Judgment card. Sorry if you can't see these. The lighting is weird. So you get the Judgment card, and the Judgment card talks about a rebirth. I'm curious. So it's like maybe something from the past came back, or something current is going through a huge change, maybe a rebirth of some sort. Or it could be you. You might be having a second chance at something, at life, at a new beginning, or something like that. And in the unconscious is the Wheel of Fortune. So, I would say if things feel upside down at the moment, just trust that it's part of the process. The cycles of life do go, that things go round and up and down, up and down. We sometimes feel quite centered, and sometimes we feel emotionally high and sometimes low. And that's part of life, right? But the more peaceful we come within, the less those highs and lows affect us. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune does talk about, essentially. And I think that what you are being guided to is, or in your unconscious, is maybe you are concerned about this change, but that change is inevitable. The cycles of life have to take their course. And you are maybe you are riding the waves at the moment of this huge change. So many of your cards talk about change here as well, So there's a lot going on for you, group 2. So be gentle on yourself, acknowledge that there's a lot going on. So you have this moment to moment, and what I was saying earlier. So the Two of Coins can talk about juggling, which is again about choice, right? But in this deck it says moment to moment, and the invitation, and maybe that's where you are or maybe what you are being advised is to try to be in the moment. Almost like take things as they come, because you are undergoing this huge change. But let's see, we'll see what the clarifies as well. In the near future, you get consciousness, and this is the Ace of Swords. So what it says is that clarity is coming. You will get clarity on this, whatever it is that you are not clear on right now. And to confirm this rebirth, you are completing a cycle. You are wrapping something up. Something has completed, even though it's still in flux at the moment. It's still in the process. And this is the energy around you. Your advice is the Sun card. And I can't even, my words can't even express what this card can express, or this card expresses, It's so beautiful. I'm going to just see. There you go. Look how beautiful that is. It's about being still and just appreciating the beauty around you. I think that's what, group 2, I think that your advice is not to do much, but do this. Just appreciating everything, and I almost said everyone, so even the people, everyone around you. I think that's what you need to do this week. And then you have in your near future, clinging to the past. This is the 5 of Swords. Yeah, another interesting card. It's like not wanting to see the truth, but that's in the reverse. So I feel like you are coming to some clarity around something that's important to you in the week ahead. Let's get the clarification card. And beneath the deck you get death, and it's in the reverse. And so I would say one caution is that you just, for this week ahead, let go of expectations. Don't hold too fast to one outcome. These cards are so similar. This is the Hanged Man in this deck. And the thing about the Hanged Man is looking at things from a different perspective allows you to have that breakthrough. So perhaps that's part of your journey for the week ahead. But I feel don't do too much thinking. And I think your journey for this is what's happening for you. But in order for it to happen, you need to just be still. Just be still and appreciate life. I think that's your main advice for the week ahead, group 2. And with your participation card, you get to clarify, you get the 8 of Inspiration, and that's the 8 of Wands, which is the card of communication, of fast movement forward. So, let me just think about that. Yeah, so I think that, and this is in reverse, so I think that the cards are saying just be. For the week ahead, just be. Don't try too much, just allow. There might be a lot going on around you. There might be fast communication. There might be words shared and exchanged and whatever. It's almost like you need to be still and just observe this week ahead and be grateful, like do the gratitude thing. I really believe strongly in the gratitude thing. And then here with the harmony, I think, and this was the other advice, do that and just think about what harmony means for you. What does wish fulfillment mean for you? And the 2 of Voices is about feeling stuck. So maybe your question for yourself is, what is harmony? What does joy and fulfillment mean for you in every area of your life? And what is holding you back from that? What are the things in your mind, because the Two of Swords is a card of the mind, that keep you stuck, blocked from that? What are your own thoughts that tell you, what is the mind talk that gets in the way of your joy and happiness? And in the near past, with the Judgment card, you get the Five of Coins in the reverse. So you like group one, in fact, they might not be having the similar like rebirth that you are, but you're having a rebirth around feeling like an outsider. They also got the outsider card, but I think they got it in the near future. You have got it in this, what you've been working on and what is coming. I think from the way I'm seeing it is something that is going on now. The current energy is this feeling of a new beginning around feeling like an outsider. I think that you have been feeling like an outsider in some situation, and that's what's being addressed right now. Spiritually, that's what's being addressed. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Fool, two powerful cards, Major Arcana. So there's some huge change going on. So this, you might not know it, but you are being prepared for a leap of faith in some area of your life. That's beautiful, group one. A two, really, really lovely. And in your outcome with the near future, with the Consciousness card, the Ace of Swords, you get the Three of Swords as well, in the reverse. So this, you're doing some heart healing. Yeah. It's a powerful week for you, a really powerful week for you. But I feel I just keep getting this message that you need to just be still. Just do that work around what does happiness look like? What is joy and fulfillment? And where do you mind talk yourself out of that? What are the words you say to yourself? And the cards representing you are the Two of Coins, and it's clarified by the Knight of Swords. So this is also head energy, like being in your head. Let me just think about what it could mean. I think you are getting a lot of clarity, and I think it's coming from this, and it's coming from your sitting still. So this is you being willing to take things moment to moment. You know, this one also speaks about choices. I think that ultimately you are going to make a choice, and that's what all this is culminating in, is this leap of faith. That also looks like a leap of faith, but you are on the cusp of it. But there's work in the week ahead that you need to do of clearing stuff, clearing your own blocks. But it's not, I'm just reminded again, it's not about work. It's about just sitting still, just doing that inventory of what is happiness for you and where do you get in your own way. Simple stuff like that. And then just being still. And then you get the Nine of Coins, and these are both nines, but that's, they're multiples of 9. That's a 21, which is a 3. But the 9 is also a card of completion, or the point before completion. So in the reverse, let me think about it. So this is what's around you. You are bringing something to a close, but there's still one piece of the puzzle, and it might be around finances. Maybe there's something to do with finances that's still being wrapped up. And I feel like that's where the clarity is going to come this week. It's beautiful. And maybe once that happens, you are able to take that leap of faith. But don't worry too much about it, I think. And then with your 9, with the Sun card, you get the Queen of Voices. This is the Queen of Swords. So very much so, it's like just being still. Like the Queen of Swords is very much in their head. So I feel like your advice for the week ahead is just to yeah, it's writing, maybe journaling, or maybe just sitting outside and just appreciating and maybe doing that thank you. It's not being in the head in a negative way. It's just looking at life and looking at the things that make you happy, but looking at it from a headspace, like, what is my joy? Where do I get in my own way? That's where the Queen of Swords comes in, is to help you be clear about where do you sabotage yourself? Where do you talk yourself out of things? Where do you have negative self-talk? It's that kind of thing. And then your outcome card is the Five of Swords, which says clinging to the past. It's that, Five of Cups. What am I saying? Did I read it as Five of Swords earlier? Oh, sorry. It is the Five of Cups, which is that card of, I'm seeing it very much like your Five of Coins. There's something going on about you addressing this outsider feeling, and you get with that the Four of Coins. There might be something to do with finances that's bothering you, but the Four of Coins can also speak about stability, being financially stable, but also just being stable within yourself. So group 2, keep messing your number up. But group 2, I feel like a really interesting week for you. It's almost like you need to adopt a wait-and-see attitude. Trust that you are going through huge changes, because that's what it looks like. It definitely feels like huge changes. And they are maybe mindset changes as well as a bit of material. But it's mindset changes that might be affected and affect material. But you need to just worry about your mind and your heart, and really mainly your mindset. And that's about doing gratitude, being still, doing kind of a stock take about what joy and fulfillment means for you, and how you get in the way of that. Okay, group 2, I hope that helps you. Please do share your feedback, preferably in the comment section below, but if not, even a message on WhatsApp, I appreciate very much. And and I'm really grateful for the feedback that I do get. So if you like the way I read, please tell others about me, give me a like, and subscribe if you haven't. Okay, I will be in touch again soon. Send you lots of love for the week ahead. Bye. Welcome back, group 3, and you chose the Three of Pentacles. Here it's talking about, the Three of Pentacles is about collaborations. So maybe you are concerned about collaborations, or asking about that, and you get the beautiful orange flower. You chose this, which suggests to me maybe the collaborations you're concerned about are creative ones. That's sacral chakra, and that is solar plexus colors, at least. So let me change it up, and I will choose your cards from here, and I'll get clarifiers with the Osho Zen. So I'm using Pride deck, Osho Zen, and the Muse. So group 3, beneath the deck you have the Hermit. Group 1 also got the Hermit. So it's about going within this week. So group 2 also got the Justice card, but in the reverse, in the center. So there's a lot going on, I think, about finding balance and fairness. So I think you are concerned with fairness. It is possible you are going through a huge change. It could be something like a divorce or some court case or something to do with the legal system, possibly, or or just bringing something into balance. It might be around partnerships. Yeah, everyone's going through some kind of big change, and look at this. You get with it the world card, so it's related to a completion of something. So perhaps you get both of those in the upright, so it suggests that a legal process is going to work out smoothly, or it will be completed in this week ahead. So that's beautiful, group 3. What you need to think about is the 10 of voices. I think you need to acknowledge that the worst of whatever the situation is over now. You can let go. You can let go. I think that's such a lovely message. And in the past, you get the strength card. And I think what's been happening for you, whatever this hardship has been, it's been helping you gain spiritual strength, because that's the card of spiritual strength as well. Spiritual seeker going in, and that's the strength card. It's about ego and knowing it's being able to tame the beast nature with gentleness, being strong enough to do that. So beautiful energy that you've been working on, I think, or that this process has been teaching you, group 3. And I just wanted to say to you, no regrets. And what I'm saying is, I feel like that's a message for you, because it just came out. I have these moments where words will come, even in my head, and I feel like they are guidance. So I feel like, because they came anyway, I feel like that's your guidance. No regrets, beloveds, no regrets. Like, you are on the right path, and wherever you are right now, trust. Just keep trusting, because you have gained so much in this process, and it looks like it's near the end. I mean, there's 2 cards there about the completion, and then we get the death card in the reverse, just to contradict me. And look how interesting this card is. It's like the person in the cocoon coming out and emerging a butterfly. And maybe this, because this is in the reverse, right? And it's in your unconscious. Perhaps in your unconscious you're still afraid that it's not over, whatever this situation is, that it hasn't completed. So maybe just be aware of that. And in your near future, you get the Muse of Materials. And this is the King of Coins. The King of Coins. So, this legal matter it looks to me like it will leave you stable. But we'll get clarifiers. The card representing you is the Ace of Inspiration in the reverse. So it's possible that you're feeling tired from whatever this is that's been going on. Like, you are not feeling inspiration right now, You feel like, when will it all be over? And I feel like it's the last legs of whatever this is. And then around you, you get the 9 of Coins in the reverse. So it does feel like there's a completion, but there is something that needs to be tied up about finances. That's all I see here. Maybe there's something that's not clear, but we'll get a clarifier for that regarding finances, Your advice is the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is about, you get it in the upright. I'm just trying to see this one. So the woman here is holding a vase, and so are all the cows, her cows. It's like all her minions and herself, like all her alter egos. It's like all her resources have been used in keeping these vases up, carrying these, transporting them from one place to another. And I think it's the burdens within. It's I think your guidance for the week ahead is to do with the burdens that you carry. Like, for each of you that will be so different, but I'll wait for the clarify. But I know that's the main message for the advice is around the burdens that you carry. What's so interesting is that's a 10 and that's a 10, the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands. There's some connection with that, what you need to think about and your advice. Very interesting, group 3. And in your outcome, you get the Temperance card. So just cut yourself some slack. You get it in the reverse. And what it suggests is a lack of balance, like a little bit of some imbalance in your near future. But, I don't really try not to focus on the future card, because the future is not cast in stone. We take actions that affect the future. But should you find yourself feeling unbalanced or in a state of imbalance, just cut yourself some slack. I think right here in this reading, it's just a little bit of advice. It's to say, you're going through a huge change. You have grown so much spiritually. It's okay to have a day off or a couple of days off, or just feel down, or feel, whatever the case might be. Nice reading, group 3. I think all the readings this week so far, Soccer's going on downstairs. Too many cards. Oopsie. Interesting. Wow. Okay. And then you get the Lovers in the reverse beneath the deck. So I would say maybe you are resisting whatever. It's possible that you might be resisting whatever this change is. So just be conscious of that. To clarify justice, you get this card of exhaustion, and it's in the reverse. This is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is very much what this reading is about, is acknowledging your what you've achieved. So, but in this deck it says exhaustion. So, and in the reverse, I'm reading it as just reminding yourself that no matter how tired you feel by this process, you have gained so much wisdom, you've gained so much experience, because the 9 of Wands is about experience, So trust that. And the World card, you get the World card, and these are both 3s. So this completion happening, and this is the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands generally talks about waiting for your ships to come in, and it is in the reverse. And I think that, let me just give it some thought. Okay, I feel group 3. The danger for you is in your telling yourself stories, right? I think the danger for you is in saying that, why? Oh, whoa, why am I here? Things will never move. And I think that's short-sighted. If that is the case for you, it might be different, for different of you. From the cards, it is so clear that you are undergoing a huge transformation, that there's so much going on for you. And that's a similar story for group 1 and 2. But yours is almost material. Well, there's a huge change materially happening for you, and it's to do with something about fairness and maybe about legal matters. But at a spiritual level, it has taught you so much. You have grown so much. We are always in the process of growth. You might still be feeling imbalanced. I think there's a sense of imbalance that's still around you, maybe because you are not acknowledging how much you have grown, and maybe it's because you also can't see, you're not valuing the experiences as experiences that have taught you so much, that have led you to this place of completion, which is happening now, this tying up something in a whole way. I didn't even, here you get the completion card again, you get it twice, the world card, like something that is being tied up. And what you need to think about is this, like I was saying, it's something is over, and look at that, you get the Queen of Coins. It's almost like you have, I feel whatever's happening, will be left in a powerful position that for you to have like a new beginning, I feel, on your own. Maybe it could be a marriage that has ended, but instead of you lamenting it, you could say, oh, this is my fresh start kind of thing. And you can embrace the Queen of Coins energy, like, I can be my own being, I can take care of myself, I can start again. I know it's not easy, and I know that, especially if you're a parent with children, it's not easy if it's a marriage. But some legal matter, and it looks like this legal matter will leave you in a stable position, to start again. And you, in the near past, you get the Strength card with the King of Coins. It's possible that you have been, maybe you were dealing with an earth sign in the past, maybe your partner. There's so many different, let me just think about it. So, okay, so you're letting go of, this is what's been in the past, is gaining the strength, and maybe that strength helped you see your worth, and it got you in touch with this divine masculine energy within you, but a specific divine masculine energy, a practical one, a one that has maybe helped you see your financial worth. It's something to do with that. Value yourself in material terms. And that's where the spiritual journey has led you to. But it's almost like your week ahead is about balancing that energy with this more nurturing energy of the Queen of Coins. She's still powerful. She's as powerful as the King of Coins, but her energy is maybe softer. And I spoke about the being so strong enough to be soft. So maybe those are the two energies, the beast nature and the virgin nature. You know what I mean? That you are working on in the week ahead, while all this is going on. This Justice card could simply speak about your own inner journey of becoming, of integrating different aspects of yourself, of finding balance. Yeah, but I feel like there is some matter that is coming into fairness, or that you're dealing with that hasn't been fair, and you are working towards bringing it into balance. In the unconscious, you have the Death card in the reverse, and you get this is the Page of Cups. So like a new beginning, a new emotional beginning is beneath the surface. And I think that is about yourself, it's about honoring and valuing yourself. So whatever's happened, whether there's a death or not, I think the one message is that you might resist the change, and the other is, to be loving towards yourself while this. Look at that. It's like there's that new beginning again. Allow this death to happen so that you can have your freedom. That's what it feels like. Very interesting, group 3. Yeah. Okay. And then in your near future, oh wow, I forgot, you got the King of Coins in the near past and you've got the King of Coins in the near future. So something is happening financially for you. And then you get the 9 of Cups in the reverse, which is laziness. But the 9 of Cups is about fulfillment. And so what's so interesting for me here now, and another picture emerges, which could be, for you, and that is are you worried about material things over emotional things? It's just something for you to think about, because you get the King of Coins there with this 9 of Cups in the reverse. It's almost like sometimes the material possessions can get in the way of happiness. I'm not saying we mustn't have them, but maybe when we over-focus on them, it can be hollow if we don't have happiness within, So just think about that, group 3. And then this feeling of a lack of inspiration, but it's possibly, if you're feeling like that, it's because you are undergoing this huge change. I'm so blown away by the fact that I've said this in all 3 readings. There's this huge transformation going on. Everyone is getting like these transformation cards, and yours is bringing something to a complete conclusion, and it's a positive completion. It's like something served its purpose, and something you have brought it now to its end, and that's beautiful. You're finally putting the final pieces of the puzzle together so that you can have your new beginning, and it's so close. It's maybe not, you might be finalizing details, but it's very present in this whole reading. And then you get the 9 of Coins in reverse with the comparison card. This is the 5 of Swords. I get this feeling, which is the same feeling here, is not to shoot yourself in the foot by maybe worrying too much about the material. Yes, worry about the material. You do need to, right? But don't do it at the cost of your happiness. I think maybe what will be really useful for you to say is to do like a check. Where is the balance between happiness and material? I was going to say, how much do you need in order to be happy? I'm not saying that. It's what is that balance where you will feel comfortable, something like that. So really, it brings me back to this legal matter, maybe, or something that requires sharing things or splitting things, or because the Justice card is about justice, it's about fairness, it's about Solomon, So think about that. Think about where you could shoot yourself in the foot because of maybe focusing too much on the material. I think that's a big question for you, group 3, while you are on this huge process of change. The advice cards are the 7 of Coins and the 10 of Wands. So patience with yourself on this journey. Whatever's going on, you are very close to the end, to the beginning. Yes, and the ending brings about beginning. So just have patience and trust. I think that's a big thing for you. And then in the outcome, you have this in the reverse: temperance and compromise in the reverse. It's so amazing, right? Because I didn't even look at those cards. But what I'm saying is amazing is how this reading is so much about this, about fairness, about finding that space that you are happy to compromise on. So just as an example, it could be an ending of a relationship and the splitting up of resources, and even sharing of a child or children, and working out all those things. And it's like you are needing to look at what will make you happy, where does material and heart meet. I'm sorry if I'm not expressing that properly, but I think you get what I'm saying. I think that's your work for the week ahead. And to think about what is balance, what is fairness, what is a fair compromise, where you, in the reverse, maybe look at the upright, it's like not a happy compromise, but in the reverse, it's that equal sharing kind of thing. And for some of you, this might even be a coming together, like justice. It could be coming together, can be also two people deciding to move together. Suddenly they're two, and you also have to do that compromising. I'm not seeing that necessarily, but there's so many people watching, so we all have different stories. So let me leave it there. Because I think the cards have said what they need to say. And I hope it helps you, Group 3. Please share with me in the comments section below, or even just send me a text. I really appreciate all feedback. But if you like it and if it resonated for you, please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't, and share with others. And I hope this helps you on your journey. I send you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, Group 4. You chose the Ace of Swords, which tells me that you are dealing with finding clarity. Your concern is about finding clarity, or maybe that's what's happening for you in the week ahead. And with the dice is about, maybe you're a bit of a gambler, which is not a bad thing if it's controlled. I mean, like a risk taker, let me put it that way, risk taker. But there's something about new beginnings that might be important for you in the week ahead. Let me see what the cards have to say. Okay, and beneath the deck you have the Sun in the reverse. So, yeah, I think maybe you need some sun. I know that came out last week, so maybe you're dealing with that solar plexus energy. Let's see what comes up. You get the Emperor in the reverse and the Nine of Wands as your central issue. So last week there was this thing about the Emperor, about bullying and whatever. Maybe you have been in a situation where you felt bullied. It could even be felt bullied by life. But I just want to assure you that along the journey you have gained so much a spiritual strength. The Nine of Wands is, look at her. This person is, look at them, standing up tall and strong. They've come through the fire, like it was a fire of initiation. So maybe something you've been going through has felt really difficult. But you have grown, and I think you need to be conscious of that. What you need to think about is the Three of Cups, and this is about sharing joy with others, companionship. It's opening yourself up to joyful connections, I think that with all that's going on, maybe that's been important for you. So keep holding on to that. Don't let go of joy in your life. And that's very much linked to the Sun card. In the near past, you get the Nine of Coins, and that tells me that there might have been some material hardships for you in the past. And maybe that's what this has been about. Maybe it's made you lose faith in the world. It could be that, like, you could have been dealing with an Aries or someone with a fire sign, or someone with that nature in the reverse. In the reverse, the Emperor would talk about someone who is dogmatic and bullying, and my way is the highway. And maybe that's what you've been dealing with. Or it could have just been a situation that's made you feel battered and bruised by life. But just hold on to that, right? And then in your unconscious, you get the Two of Coins in the reverse. So there's this something about balance that you are trying to get right. And maybe you are struggling with that at the moment. Maybe financial balance, because that is the card of, it's a coin, it's the Two of Coins, so it could be like you're trying to juggle finances. Something to do with that. And maybe it's still there, it's still happening, because it is in your unconscious. Maybe it's a big concern for you, and it's playing on your mind, And in your near future, you have the Empress in the reverse. So, the Empress is Mother Earth, confident, secure, and abundant. But you have it in the reverse, and we'll get clarifiers. So, look, it looks like there are issues around feeling secure in the world that you are dealing with at the moment. That's your journey at the moment. But let's see what the cards and the clarifications say. You've got a few coins cards, and I know that your concern is with clarity and a new beginning. But let's see. There's some wisdom I feel that you are hiding from yourself. There's something that you won't see or cannot see right now. It's almost like whatever's going on, there's a purpose, but you cannot see it at the moment, either out of your own will or because it's divinely orchestrated. You have the Five of Wands around you. So are there lots of, this suggests competing interests, maybe people competing with you, maybe you feel like you are competing for jobs. Or for people, or I don't see much, there are no cups, one cup card here so far, and but there's this feeling of competition around you. It could be that you are feeling torn, doing too many things, like too many irons in the fire kind of thing, and so not able to focus. So see it as that fits for you. We get the Wheel of Fortune as your guidance, as your advice. And that's accepting the cycles of life. Flowing. There's a need for flow for you, group 4. To flow with the cycles of life. I know that's not always easy, But let's see what the other cards say. And in the near future, you get the Page of Coins, which is very promising. It's a card of a new beginning and an offer. It might be a small financial offer, because it looks like this is finances that you're concerned about. Might be a small financial offer, but it's the chance of a new beginning. And I think that's lovely. Especially if it if it is finances that has been on your mind, this could even be someone did you down, and but the spiritual lessons in whatever's going on are indispensable. Beneath the deck you get schizophrenia. That's the Two of Swords, so it's contradicting that card. So it's almost like you look at it like are undecided about something. But let's see. It might even just be this feeling of stuckness, like you feel like whichever way you do, if you let go of the feet, you're going to fall. If you let go of the arms, you're going to fall. It's almost like being in this, trying to hold yourself up and there's a huge chasm beneath you, this. If you let go, either you'll fall. It's not a lovely feeling, but let's see what the cards say. So with the Emperor you get consciousness. So there's something going on in your life that has brought a lot of unclarity. That's this Ace of Swords. I know from these cards that is your key concern right now. Is where do I get clarity? And you have felt battered and bruised and bullied, maybe by a human or an institution or life. And with it you get that was in the upright. Why have I put it in the... So maybe this is your key lesson, is that you're not valuing the lessons in it. So I feel that's a key theme for you is, life does send us curveballs sometimes, and sometimes we just have to ride them and keep holding on to the knowledge that there are lessons in it and we will grow through it, so trust that. And there you get the Four of Swords, which is about tuning it. Here it says tuning in. It's your meditation, it's your going within, it's taking time out to be still. Group 4, just value that. It's so important for you, value that. And when you go within, also do that, maybe a little bit of a stock take and look at, okay, this situation has happened. Note down the things that you have learned. How has the situation changed you, whatever's going on? And then you get your lovely emotions cards here. You get the Page of Cups and you get the Three of Cups. So, it could be that there's love around you and maybe there's all this stuff going on, but there might be people who love you dearly. And the Page of Cups is a new beginning in love. It could be that you receive an offer that makes all of this feel a bit better, But also open yourself up to love in all its forms. It doesn't have to be loverships. It could be just loving people and joyful times, I think that COVID has been hard for many people, and so we need to hold on to the joy, the sun, the people around us, the things around us that give us happiness. We have to indulge in them. And then in your near past, you get 2 coins cards. It's the 7 of coins and the 9 of coins. So the 9 of coins suggests something that didn't work out, like maybe you lost money or you lost a job or someone did you dirty, like this Emperor. But through it all, you have been patient, I feel. Maybe that's your guidance, is to keep holding on to patience and trusting that the cycles change. They just, things don't stay the same, ever. And then in your unconscious, you have this outsider card and the Two of Coins, which is, yeah, I think that you might still feel a little bit of a battle with this feeling like outside of things. I feel like the cycle is not completely over, you know, that you're still dealing with some issues, and you still are having some lessons to learn around this theme, whatever it is for you. And with the High Priestess, with this wisdom that is hidden from you or that you don't want to see, it's related to, wow, it's related to the Strength card. It says courage here. You know, this Strength card is so beautiful, and it's talking about it's so apt. It's so apt. It's saying that through the hardship, this beautiful, sturdy flower emerges. And the flower is soft, right? And how dare it grow where it shouldn't be growing, but it has. And so that, I think that wisdom that you are not acknowledging is around that. I think that's a powerful thing for you to work on in the week ahead. And I think it's very linked to what I said earlier. I'm just trying to remember what I said. Accepting the cycles. Did I say something about, you know, just flowing with it? I think I said. Anyway, you know, after I've read for everyone, I forget some of the things I've said. Anyway, but the point is, that's, I think, your key work for the week ahead. And in the near future, get the Empress in the reverse along with rebirth. This is the Ten of Swords. You know, the Ten of Swords is about the worst being over. Yes, it's been hard, but it's like the completion is happening. And look at this energy, like this very same, it's like that energy. I think that what this is saying is that so much is dependent on your attitude. So you can rage against it, which we do need to do every now and then. I think that's fine. But even in the raging against, we also flow. We also, in fact, the raging against helps us flow, helps us come back to a place of sanity and say, okay, I'm here. Let me accept this. You know, and I also don't believe in just accepting. I think that your guidance is in accepting and acknowledging your strength. It's in doing all of that. But you, even in the process of accepting, we still do, you know, there's that thing, trust in God, but tie your camel first. And that's the feeling that I'm getting here as well. So with this Empress in the reverse, so you are, guys, please. So there is something changing. I really feel like the worst of it will soon be over. I don't think you're going to feel yet like the Empress. You will still feel battered and bruised, and that's fine. You've got the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. It's part of your journey, you know. And then you get the Star card in the reverse with this Five of Wands. So I think there's something you need to think about, group, at a very practical level, group 4. You need to be thinking about where you take on too much or where your energy is scattered. I feel like, if I think about me, I know that I can get my energy scattered, right? I have so many projects that I'm working on at the same time. And maybe this is advice for me as well, is to hone in on the immediate, you know, and sometimes it's really hard, you know, like, because there's so much to do. Work, make an income, plus do my projects, do this, which for me always feels like it's part of the whole. It's all building something together. But I can be more focused, and maybe that's the message for you. And with the Star card here, I'm just going to suggest to you the Star card is about hope and healing, and I'm saying to you, there's always hope. I mean, for me, I can't see the star card in a negative way, even in the reverse. I think the only caution here is where you give up hope. That's what I guess that is. And then you get the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I didn't see this. I couldn't get more beautiful than this group 4. It's like saying, wherever you are, you've been guided here. Your spirit guided you here. You needed to learn these lessons. You are here for a reason. Now, embrace that and then work on the advice that has come out in your reading. Okay, so I'm being distracted by the footy. And then I'm just going to go over this quickly because I think there's some powerful stuff here for you, Group 4. I think, Group 4, you are probably, of all the readings, the one going through, I shouldn't say the hardest time, because it looks like others might be relationships and other things, but yours is still in process in a way, because here you get the Empress again in the reverse in your outcome. So let's say you are wanting clarity around work, finances, you want to build your stability, whatever the case might be, or if it's a relationship. Maybe a relationship broke down and there's a small offering of reconciliation. It might be small, it might be not the complete thing that you want yet, but it's the beginnings, it's the building blocks of that. Likewise, if it's work, it's like you might have lost a job and be really concerned about finances, which is what I'm seeing in this picture. And you get a small job offer, but it's not what, it's not promising you the world right now. But it's a stepping stone towards that, towards being the Empress, towards being that completely abundant person, where you get to that place where you don't have to worry and where it just rolls over because you are in that space now. You've earned it. You've gone through these processes and you've learned so much. So group 4, before I go over too much, let me just say, quickly say, it doesn't feel to me like there's immediate change. I feel like the worst is over, and acknowledge that. Do joyful things. I think that your work is in acknowledging. Both these cards are telling me that you might not be wanting to acknowledge how much you have gained in this process. So one of your bits of guidance is about going within, right? Here and wherever else. One of the is going within, and I feel that going within is also in acknowledging, just looking at the journey you've been on. What have you learned? Note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the skills I've learned. These are what have I learned materially? What have I learned in my intellect? What have I learned emotionally? What has shifted for me? Blah, blah, blah. Keep the joy. And then another thing is to there's a Man United person in my house right now watching their game. My team lost yesterday, and obviously they were winning, and that's why it's distracting me. So, but we are close to the end. I promise you, I've given you my whole heart, Group 4. There's another exercise you need to do, is to think about where you can focus. Okay, so for example, for me, my difficulty in focusing is all my things are linked to Self-Full Soul and me trying to build Self-Full Soul. So the readings, all the little things that I'm doing, they all tie in with each other. They all feed off each other. But I know I can have more focus. I know that I can be more rational and say, okay, this, from now till this, I'm working on this and only this. Of course, I've also got to make income, so I'm working on things where I make income. But in terms of my projects, that's what I need to do. At the end of the year, then I will start on this other one, and maybe it's something like that for you, Group 4. Also, just remember, I can't tell you how powerful that is. This is a cycle, a predestined cycle. I don't like to talk about predestiny, but this is so much like, for me, it's like you guided yourself here, your higher self, your spirit team brought you here. It might have been hard, but something beautiful has emerged and is emerging. Trust that, Group 4. I can almost assure you that that's the message that I'm getting. It's beautiful. Oh, and did I say, but also you can go back and listen to all the advice as I was going along, like I get excited and I lose my train of thought, and it's positive and it's powerful. Okay, Group 1, I send you lots of love for the week ahead. Please, if you like the way I read and if this has resonated, please give me feedback in the comments below or in another on text or whatever. And give me a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And I send you lots of love for the week ahead, Group 4. Bye.